Battle of the Brains presented by Virginia 529. Central Virginia's ultimate high school academic quiz show. Today's match features POQUOSON High School versus Glen Allen High School. Let the battle begin.
Hello and welcome to Battle of the Brains. I'm Cheryl Miller. Our competition welcomes teams from schools all across the Commonwealth of Virginia. Our academic athletes joining us today for round two. The Bull Islanders of POQUOSON High School, coached by Kemp Flynn. Currently serving about 700 students, POQUOSON High School is the only public secondary school for students in that city. The school's stated mission is to prepare all students for a successful and meaningful life. Also with us today, the Jaguars of Glen Allen High School, coached by Scott Mewborn. A public school, Glen Allen High School is in Henrico County, just outside of Richmond. With a 19-to-1 student-teacher ratio, 65% of the student body participates in advanced placement classes. It's great to have all these students back with us today. Our match will consist of 3 toss-up rounds and a category round. Players will buzz in and wait for me to call on them before giving their answer. Any interruption of a question with an incorrect answer will result in a point deduction. There is no deduction for an incorrect answer to a completed question. All right, students, here is the first toss-up round. It is the metal present in chlorophyll. It has an atomic number of 12 and a symbol Mg. What metal is it? Jude.
Magnesium.
Correct. Give the real name of the British bloody pirate described as having his black beard curling on his breast. And Tatum.
Edward Teach.
That is correct, in The Devil and Daniel Webster. A present closely tied to Iran's currently closely tied to Iran's political regime, Bashar Assad is the president. Yusuf.
Syria.
Correct. Of what Muslim state? On the classic Monopoly board, what color is the property for New York Avenue? Jude.
Orange.
Correct, along with St. James Place and Tennessee Avenue. In 1903, with what name was the Wright brothers' experimental aircraft christened for its maiden flight at Kitty Hawk? Yusuf.
The Kitty Hawk Devil.
That is incorrect. POQUOSON? It was called the Wright Flyer. Oh, yeah. It plays the cat motif in Peter and the Wolf and has the opening solo in Gershwin's Rhapsody in Blue. Lily, repeat for me, please.
The clarinet.
That is correct, a single reed woodwind. The Expos' move to Washington doesn't count. Founded in 1998, name either of the 2 newest franchises in Major League Baseball. Yusuf.
The Nationals.
That is incorrect. POQUOSON? Jude?
The Mets.
They are the Tampa Bay Rays and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Oh. Let's try this question. How many donuts are in a baker's dozen? Yusuf?
13.
13 is correct. Signed on August 14th, 1941 by Franklin Roosevelt and Winston Churchill. Yusuf?
The Atlantic Charter.
That is correct. Document that drew the U.S. closer to entering the war against Germany. Old Christmas lights are an example of these. If one burns out, none will work. Evelyn?
Incandescent bulbs.
That is incorrect. I'll finish the question for Glen Allen. Name these non-parallel circuits. Mason?
Direct current.
That is incorrect. They're called series circuits. Name the novel set during Napoleon's invasion of Russia and written by Yusuf.
War and Peace.
Correct, written by Leo Tolstoy. This type of machine was once used on dairy farms to measure the fat content of milk. Now, nuclear programs use it to isolate uranium-235. Substances of different density are separated by the namesake force of what rotating device? Yusuf.
Centripetal force machine.
That is incorrect. The judge is saying no. POQUOSON? Taylor?
Distillation.
It's called a centrifuge. You were close. Billionaire Mark Cuban recently sold his majority interest in which NBA team? Yusuf.
The Lakers.
That is incorrect. POQUOSON? He was part owner of the Dallas Mavericks. All right, players, please turn your attention to the monitors for a video question presented by a member of the Battle of the Brains Brainy Bunch, and you must wait until the question is completed before buzzing in.
Hailing from an area in Virginia known as Poor Valley, AP, Maybelle, and June were collectively known by what family name?
order family?
That is correct. What is the meaning of the Latin phrase quid pro quo? Carter.
Something for something.
That is correct, or an equal exchange. And that buzzer means the end of our first toss-up round here on Battle of the Brains. Coming up next, we'll meet today's players, and then they'll take on the category round when Battle of the Brains continues.
Battle of the Brains is always available. Find full episodes on YouTube and follow along with Battle of the Brains on social media. Welcome back to Battle of the Brains.
And here are the scores following the first toss-up round here on Battle of the Brains. Our team from POQUOSON with 30 points, our team from Glen Allen High School with 60 points. And we will get back to our match just ahead, but first, welcome back to today's players who've made it to the second round of play this season. Let's meet them. Let's start with our team from POQUOSON High School. The Bull Islanders are coached by Kip Flynn. First up is Jude Purdy. Jude is a junior who enjoys playing chess. He likes ancient history and Dungeons and Dragons. Next up is Evelyn Murphy. Evelyn is a senior who enjoys reading and video games, also enjoys playing Dungeons and Dragons. Our team captain from POQUOSON High School is Taylor Jones, who is a senior. She's a member of Model UN and enjoys knitting. And wrapping up our team is Tatum Smith, who is a senior who enjoys reading obscure books and is an award-winning poet who won a competition as a 7-year-old. Now, let's meet our team from Glen Allen High School. They are the Jaguars, coached by Scott Newborn. First up is Carter Bowman, who is a senior. He likes to travel around the country riding roller coasters. He's a member of Glen Allen's Latin Club and wants to study mechanical engineering. Our team captain from Glen Allen is Yusuf Shakru, who is a senior. He is a member of Rho Kappa, Mu Alpha Theta, and the Science National Honor Societies, along with TSA and the Model United Nations. He's interested in exploring mathematics and pre-med studies. Next up is Lily Werschbale, who is a senior who plays the cello both at Glen Allen and in the Richmond Symphony Youth Orchestra, is a percussionist and a field commander in the marching band, and is excited to attend the College of William & Mary this fall to study data, science, public policy, and music. Congratulations. And wrapping up our team is Mason Robinson Jr., who loves theater, hopes to study history and theater, and is busy at Glen Allen in the theater department there. Also participates in the forensic team, literary magazine, Model UN, International Thespian Society, and Science NHS. That is our team from Glen Allen High School. Good to have both teams with us playing today, and now they're going to take on the category round. This is where each team will select one 10-question category from today's choices. If they get all of their questions correct in the allotted time, they will receive a 20-point bonus. Teams, take a look here at today's categories from which you may choose. They are U.S. postal stamps, wars, and colorful things. And we do note that in this round, only the captains can officially answer for the team, though they may confer with their teammates to try to come up with the correct answers, and there is no deferring. By the rules, the high score team gets first choice of category, so that is our team from Glen Allen. Yusuf, talk it over quickly with your teammates. Let me know what category you'd like to play.
Wars.
All right. Which war included these battles, all of which involved American soldiers? The first is the Battle of Lake Erie.
1812.
Correct. Kasserine Pass.
World War II.
Correct. Manila Bay.
Spanish American.
Correct. Buena Vista.
Mexican American.
Correct. Yorktown.
American Revolutionary.
Correct. Landing at Incheon.
Korean War.
Correct. The Tet Offensive.
Vietnam War.
Correct. Battle of the Bulge.
World War II.
Correct. The Meuse-Argonne Offensive.
World War I.
Correct. And finally, First Bull Run.
Civil War.
That is correct, and that is 10 correct questions and a 20-point bonus for our team from Glen Allen. Good job by Yusuf. All right, next up, POQUOSON, you will get your choice of category. Taylor, talk it over with your teammates. Will it be U.S. postal stamps or colorful things?
We'll do colorful things.
All right, name the color associated with each of these things. The first is the shirts worn by Giuseppe Garibaldi's followers.
Red.
Correct. The high wall in left field at Fenway Park.
Yellow.
It is green. The submarine of a Beatles song.
Yellow.
Correct. The shirts of Hitler's SA troops.
Brown.
Correct. Showing a loss in accounting.
Red.
Red is correct. Harold's crayon from Crockett Johnson's books.
Purple.
Correct. Peter Sellers' movie Panther.
Pink.
Correct. The flame test for sodium.
White.
It's yellow. Johnny Cash's nickname.
Brown.
The Man in Black. Giant stars like Arcturus and Aldebaran.
Red.
That is correct. Good job on your category by our team from POQUOSON. All right, up next, another toss-up round here on Battle of the Brains. Stay with us for that.
Miss a week of Battle of the Brains? Or want to catch up on a full season of battle gameplay? Find full episodes on our YouTube channel. Welcome back to Battle of the Brains.
Here are the scores following the category round here on Battle of the Brains. Our team from POQUOSON High School with 65 points. Our team from Glen Allen High School with 130 points. And now it's back to Battle of the Brains with another toss-up round. And a quick reminder to our teams that they will lose points. If you interrupt a question with an incorrect answer, the other team will then have the chance to answer. And there is no conferring in the toss-up rounds rather. All right, let's start the toss-up round. British Army surgeon Ronald Ross showed this disease to be caused by a protozoan in genus Plasmodium. Name this disease carried by mosquitoes treated with quinine. Yusuf.
Malaria.
Correct. This American-born painter and graphic artist believed that painting should exist for its own sake, not to convey literary or moral ideas. Name this artist who in 1872 painted his well-known arrangement in gray and black #1 portrait. Tatum.
Whistler.
James Whistler is correct. Portrait of the artist's mother. What religious figure spent his life teaching the disciples about the Four Noble Truths and achieving the enlightened state of nirvana? Yusuf.
Buddha.
Buddha is correct. What is the term for a chemical compound that lacks carbon? Yusuf.
Inorganic.
Correct. Despite being a vampire that leaches water and minerals from oak trees, this plant was ceremonially harvested with a golden knife and venerated by the Druids. Name this plant used to encourage kisses at Christmas time. Evelyn.
Mistletoe.
Correct. Our next question, spell mistletoe. Yusuf.
Missletoe.
That is incorrect. POQUOSON. Evelyn.
Mistletoe.
That is correct. The city of Jerusalem, seized by Muslim conquerors in the 11th century, was retaken by Christian crusaders in the course of which crusade? Jude.
The first.
That is correct. The Japanese call this ancient device a soroban, and it differs in appearance from the Chinese variety. However, either can be used for speedy arithmetical computation. Tatum.
Abacus.
Abacus is correct. In the Samuel Clemens novel, who was the prince's doppelganger? That was the pauper. The Prince and the Pauper was the name of the novel. There are 3 parts to the Freudian psyche: the ego, the superego, and what other? Yusuf.
The id.
That is correct. A handful of U.S. states are trying to keep Donald Trump off the 2024 presidential ballot by invoking which constitutional amendment?
14th Amendment.
That is correct, 14. The Treaty of Versailles ending World War I was signed on June 28, 1919, on the 5th anniversary of the assassination of the Austrian Archduke. Tatum.
Franz Ferdinand.
That is incorrect. I'll finish for Glen Allen. On the assassination of the Austrian Archduke Franz Ferdinand in what Bosnian capital? Yusuf.
Sarajevo.
Sarajevo is correct. This potentially dangerous seismic fault led to a massive loss of life in 1812. Name this fault that runs through Arkansas, Missouri, Tennessee, and Kentucky. Yusuf.
Great Madrid.
Judges? No. The judge says no. POQUOSON? It is called the New Madrid Fault. In what literary work by author Truman Capote would you find the character Holly Golightly? Lily.
Breakfast at Tiffany's.
That is correct. All right, players, please turn your attention to the monitors for a video question presented by a member of the Battle of the Brains Brainy Bunch, and you must wait until the question is completed before buzzing in.
The Wrangler and Gladiator are what type of vehicle with origins dating to World War II?
Evelyn.
Jeep.
Jeep is correct. In 1945, the Republic of the United States of Indonesia declared their independence from what former colonial power? Yusuf.
The Netherlands.
Correct. Written by Miguel de Cervantes and originally published? Yusuf.
Don Quixote.
That is correct, the best-selling novel of all time. You may need your pencil and paper for this. In which quadrant are the sine and cosine functions both negative? Yusuf.
The third.
Correct. And that buzzer means one more toss-up round just ahead, and we'll double the point value for our teams. Stay tuned to see which of our teams will go on to the next round of Battle of the Brains.
Love Battle of the Brains? Ready for your high school team to play next season? Get in touch. Go to battleofthebrains.net to learn more. Welcome back to Battle of the Brains.
Here are the scores as we head now into the final round here on Battle of the Brains. Our team from POQUOSON with 115 points. Our team from Glen Allen, 230 points. But for this final toss-up round, we're going to double the point score for a correct answer. The penalty for an incorrect answer given before I've finished the question is also doubled. There is no deduction for an incorrect answer to a completed question. All right, good luck, teams. This is our final toss-up round. After leaving Corinth, he kills King Laius, answers the riddle of the Sphinx, and marries Jocasta. Taylor.
Oedipus.
Correct. This town in North Africa was once the main port of the Barbary pirates. It is presently Yusuf.
Tunis.
That is incorrect. I'll finish for POQUOSON. It is presently the capital of Algeria. Name it. Jude.
Algiers.
That is correct. The periodic table element symbols for germanium, nickel, uranium, and sulfur spell what apt word? Spells the word genius.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman are members of what team? Taylor.
Justice League.
That is, the judge is saying be more complete. Okay, they will accept. Justice League of America was what he was looking for.
Okay.
They're going to accept that answer. Thank you, Taylor. To date, who is the only American ever to have cost a monarch of Britain his throne? Yusuf.
Wallace Simpson.
Correct. Yeah, Edward VIII abdicated in 1936 to marry the twice-divorced Simpson in 1937. This type of radiation particle can penetrate the skin, but is more likely to be inhaled or swallowed. Depending on where the particles end up, they can trigger cancers such as leukemia. Name this type of radiation particle.
Alpha
Mason.
particle.
That is incorrect. POQUOSON. Jude.
Beta.
That is correct. The beta particle. What does an obtuse triangle have that an acute triangle never has? Yusuf.
An angle above 90.
That is correct, 90 degrees. Dogs are canine, cats are feline. What are horses? Tatum.
Equine.
Correct. He isolated the major components of air and organized the classification of compounds. Name this 18th century French scientist known as the father, Tatum.
Antoine Lavoisier.
Correct, the father of modern chemistry. According to the Judeo-Christian scripture, the Lord, in establishing the world, first created light. On what day did he create land, animals, and man? Jude.
The sixth day.
Correct. Also known as a positive type, what type of lens is used in a magnifying glass? Yusuf.
Convex.
Correct. The Edict of Nantes in 1598 granted religious freedom to what group of people? Yusuf.
Huguenots.
Correct, in France. What is the molecular formula for glucose? Yusuf.
C6H12O6.
That is correct. The ceiling of its striking triangular lobby features a mural that depicts an automobile plant, an appropriate tribute to this building's namesake. Yusuf.
The Ford building.
That is incorrect. I'll finish for POQUOSON. Name this 77-story Art Deco highlight of the New York skyline. Tatum.
Chrysler Building.
That is correct. The lyrics to the Star-Spangled Banner were written by Francis Scott Key. The lyrics were taken from a poem that he wrote during the War of 1812. What was the title of that poem?
Defense of Fort McHenry.
Correct. President Clinton signed legislation to create the Jazz National Historical Park in which southern city, site of Preservation Hall? Tatum.
New Orleans?
Correct. The ACLU appears before the Supreme Court more than any organization other than the Justice Department. What do the letters ACLU stand for? Tatum.
American Civil Liberties Union?
Correct. This term is used in astronomy to describe the distance at which the radius of the Earth's orbit subtends at an angle of 1 second of arc, or approximately 3.26 light years. Name the term.
Steradian?
That is incorrect. Glen Allen? It's a parsec.
Oh.
With only 13 miles of coast, it has the shortest shoreline of any coastal U.S. state. Name the state home to Mount Washington that is located in New England. Yusuf.
New Hampshire.
Correct. And that buzzer is the end of our game. While our judges double-check the final score, here's a reminder of how to stay connected with us here at Battle of the Brains.
Stay up to date with Battle of the Brains. Follow along as your favorite teams advance this season. Visit battleofthebrains.net to learn more. And follow the show on social at Battle of the Brains.
As we continue round 2 in this season of Battle of the Brains, join us next week as we welcome Ocean Lakes High School versus Western Branch High School.
And now the final score for today's match, determining which team will continue on in this season's competition. Ending the match with a final score of 310 points, our team from Glen Allen High School. Great job today by Mason, Lily, Yusuf, and Carter. Our winners today, and going on to round 3, our team from POQUOSON High School. Great job and congratulations to Jude, Evelyn, Taylor, and Tatum. We will see you all in round 3. Congratulations. I'm Cheryl Miller. Thank you for watching and playing along here on Battle of the Brains, and we'll see you back here next week. Great match, teams.
Game over. Thank you for watching Battle of the Brains, presented by Virginia 529. Goodbye.